Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new video. So you guys saw my last video of changing out the spark plugs in this truck. Now everything went well, didn't have any issues until I drove it the next day. Really odd, but I started having some misfire issues, threw in check engine light, checked all the spark plugs, and there was 2 cracked spark plugs. Now I did some research, I looked it up, and apparently this is a pretty common thing with the spark plugs that I used, which are OEM plugs. So apparently if you over torque or even look at them wrong, they end up cracking the porcelain on them. So I didn't have any new replacements, so I ended up putting 2 of the older spark plugs in. Everything was good, reset the check engine light, cleared it and everything was good. Then today, driving the truck, same exact thing happened. Although the check engine light didn't stay on, it just blinked for a little bit when I was under load, and then once I let out the gas, it turned off. So very odd. Odds are there's probably another cracked spark plug somewhere. So I ended up ordering 6 brand new spark plugs, and I'm going to reevaluate and do the whole job again. Not that it takes long, but just a pain in the butt. And it seems to be, like I said, a very common issue with these trucks and those spark plugs. I've done tons of spark plug changes in the past, so very odd, very frustrating, and hopefully I can get it sorted out. I checked all the coil packs and everything was great with that, so apparently it's just these spark plugs that tend to crack very easily. You know, I was making sure that I didn't over tighten, and especially when you're torquing them down, you don't want the tool, the actual socket, to move back and forth. You want it straight down, just to make sure you don't crack any of the porcelain on the spark plug. And I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully I can get this sorted out. Obviously I'm not a big fan of the dealer, so I don't want to have to resort to that because obviously it would be way more money to fix with them than fixing it myself. So hopefully we can get it resolved. I'm gonna pull all the spark plugs out tonight, take a look. I may end up throwing some of the old spark plugs in just to see if it resolves the issue for now until the new ones come in. But in this video, I actually want to talk about the STI. You guys know that I went over going over rotated or going to a stock location setup. Now I really haven't decided which direction I want to go just yet. I'm kind of slightly leaning towards going rotated, but if I end up doing that, that is not going to be until later in the year. Now you guys do know that I was going to go external wastegate, which I still am, but I actually had to postpone the appointment. I had to get some things done and I wasn't able to get up to the shop to get everything done. So now that leaves a little bit more time to think about what I want to do. Now, since I'm going to external wastegate, I'm getting retuned. I started thinking about upgrading the turbo. Now, I don't want to go anything crazy. The only reason why I want to upgrade the turbo, not for more power, just to make the turbo work a little bit less, not create as much heat in the engine bay. You know, my power goals would be pretty much exactly where I am right now, so I wouldn't want to push it or go too crazy. So let's head back to the garage, discuss some turbo options, and see what option is best for me. All right, guys, so I had a chance to pull all the plugs, check everything, and believe it or not, this is a 6-cylinder. So let's go over to the workbench. 6 of them were cracked. Now, this is probably due to me over torquing them. I was trying my best to be really careful, but I guess these are that sensitive that they would crack. Now, I made sure none of this actually fell in the spark plug galley because everything came out with the spark plug socket, but pretty crazy. Even this one, hardly see it, but if you run your fingernail along the top, right here actually, there is a little split. So there's only one new one in there now. I put all the old ones back. I have a full new set coming, so I'm going to replace everything and make sure I don't over torque it, which is insane because 11 foot-pounds is really not that much. And I guess my wrist calibration is off a little bit, and I ended up torquing them a little too tight. So I'm glad I got all these out, but that's pretty darn insane to see that. When I was giving it gas over 3,000 RPM, I was getting stumbling, and it was just a big old mess. So pretty insane, and glad I got that sorted out, and it wasn't anything too bad. So another set coming, so I'm going to replace them. I'm not going to do another video on it, but pretty crazy. So everything is back to normal. I'm going to go for a little quick test drive, and then we can start talking about the turbo on the STI. Alrighty, just took the truck out for a spin. Everything is good, finally back to normal. So when I get the new plugs in, obviously I know exactly what to do and kind of just how firm to actually tighten them. So pretty crazy that 5 of them were cracked. I was having issues, a pain in the butt, but got it resolved. I went around, I was driving like a madman, just trying to do it again, trying to get the check engine light on, and it wasn't doing it, thankfully. So enough about the truck. Let's go ahead and talk about the STI and what we should do. So just to recap, if you guys don't know, I am at the point with this car where I've built and put together my perfect STI. Done everything: suspension, exhaust, performance. I'm at stage 3 right now. Just a lot of fun, a lot of cosmetic stuff. I've done a lot of really nice things to make this a really, really fun car to drive. And I'm at that point where I really don't want to mess with anything else on the car in terms of the look. I just really enjoy how it's sitting currently. I am going to change up the wheels eventually, but otherwise it's going to look exactly like this pretty much forever. So that is the only thing I would like to change outside. But the next stage for me would be to actually go to a built motor. Now, I absolutely love the current stage. I'm at 340 horsepower with 352 foot-pounds of torque. Stage 3, I got all the fueling mods, all the reliability mods. And it's a lot of fun. I absolutely love it. And there's really no need for me to go to more power other than just kind of taking that next step in my STI journey. Now, I had a whole video discussing which option I should go with. Should I stay stock location or go to a fully rotated setup? And a lot of you, it was kind of 50-50 on which direction I should go. I was slightly leaning towards rotated just because if I'm going to do it, I want to kind of go all out on it, and I really want a big turbo sitting right there that everybody can see, and it's just fun to look at. Plus the options are completely endless at that point, since I'm able to, I can run any bigger turbo. I can build the motor to a little bit more than I would ever plan on doing, so I have the option to do more in the future. Stock location is obviously very nice, since I really wouldn't have to change up the setup too much. Obviously, I would just have to build the motor and do a few little odds and ends and stuff. But both options obviously are very, very expensive. So in my mind, I said I'm probably going to focus on that towards the end of the year, maybe over next winter. We'll see. Maybe I'll do it sooner. I'm not really sure. But for now, since I'm going back on the dyno to get a retune for the external wastegate, I was really thinking about doing an upgraded turbo. Now, some of you may be scratching your head saying, why would you want to upgrade the turbo if you're just going to go to a rotated setup or a stock location built setup in the future? But for me, just upgrading the turbo is one of those things I've always wanted to do. And for me, it's not necessarily about power or trying to get the most out of a stock internal motor. It's more so just doing all of the bolt-ons, doing it the right way. It's kind of my mentality I've always had with all my cars. And it's also to educate other people. Just basically what you can do on a 2018 under, not the Type RA motor, 2018 under EJ motor. What can you bolt on and be safe with and kind of have fun without having to fully take out the motor and build it. So that's kind of what I want to do right now. So it really got me thinking, and I was like, maybe a Cobb 20G or an FP blue or an FP green, something like that, where I could just throw it in the stock location, not necessarily looking for more power, but for less heat, just so I can put something in there that doesn't have to work as hard to get to where my power is currently. Overall, it would just be a more reliable setup. I wouldn't have to push the car as hard in terms of the actual boost. I can lower the boost, maybe bump it up a few horsepower here and there, but not go crazy. And less heat in these motors is a really good thing. So I've done everything possible besides building the motor to take as much heat out of this engine as possible. I did the cylinder 4 cooling mod. I did the equal length headers. I have the TBW under tray underneath that has venting for much added cooling. I also have the upgraded top mount intercooler and a couple other things as well to help with the overall heat in this engine. So I'm not sure if it's just my mindset or, if this is really the route I should go, but throwing an aftermarket turbo in here feels like it would be a good idea. It's kind of the direction that I've always wanted to go. And I feel like it would really help the overall, package of this car and just make it that much better. So I'm not really sure which turbo I should go with. Obviously, a Cobb 20G is just one of the things that just pops in my mind since it's Cobb. It's very reliable. I'm a big Cobb fanboy to begin with. So going with something kind of really simple like that really, really speaks to me. But a lot of people have been telling me to go to FP blue or green just because you could go to a ball bearing turbo, and because the 20G is kind of old technology. From what I have gathered. So going to maybe like a ball bearing or something, kind of a similar size as the stock turbo might be the best option, but I really wanted to get your feedback and kind of see what you guys think, what you think is best. Obviously, I'm not going to just send it. I'm not going to go crazy and throw an FP black on there or just go nuts with it. That's not what I want to do. My main goal is to put something on here that is reliable, that can withstand what is currently on the car, and just not go insane with it right away, because we're going to be doing that in the future. So throwing something as simple as a COP 20G on there may really speak to a lot of people, since that is very, very obtainable for a lot of people as well, since it's not crazy expensive. It's also very readily available as well. So let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear your opinions, your thoughts, what turbo I should go with, if I should do a turbo at all and just kind of leave it how it is. Who knows? The options are kind of endless, and I'm really interested to hear what you guys have to say. So one thing I actually did want to mention was, you guys know that I have upgraded to the Recaro seats. I got matching seats, and I still have the stock STI seats in the rear. And one of my things that I wanted to do was actually swap with a limited WRX with the leather interior. Somebody that has a really, really nice, very, very low mileage rear WRX limited seat with the leather. I was interested in trading for a few bucks on top. So if anybody local that is interested in doing that, let me know. I also have the passenger seat over here if you're interested in picking that up as well. The driver's seat I actually sold a while ago. I actually put it up on eBay just to kind of entertain the idea. I didn't think it would sell. And then a couple months later, somebody actually bought it, and I kind of forgot I even had it listed for sale. But thankfully, I actually know the owner. It's a friend of a friend. So, if I ever really wanted to get it back, it wouldn't be that hard. But either way, if anybody's interested in the rear seats as well as the passenger seat, let me know. I would be interested in trading. But that is all I got for you guys for this one. Just a little discussion, kind of going over my thoughts and kind of what I plan to do next. Owning this car is not all about just doing modifications. I enjoy the kind of discussion part of it, kind of researching, talking with you guys, keeping you guys in the loop. And plus, you guys help me tremendously of kind of the direction I want to go and give me opinions. And it really does help solidify my decision. As you guys know, my stock up pipe, the heat shield broke. It was causing a lot of rattling. And I was basically going to just get a Grimspeed up pipe and be done with it. But you guys convinced me to go to external wastegate, which is sitting right over there. So that is something that you guys helped me with, along with many other things along the car over the years. So I wanted to get your opinion on the turbo and see what you guys think, which direction I should go. Should I leave it alone, upgrade? What do you think? Let me know. I would love to hear it. I'm really happy I got the whole truck thing resolved. New spark plugs are coming in, as I mentioned. I won't put that on video since I'm sure you guys aren't really interested, but I'm going to throw some new ones in once those come in and be done with it. I'm so over that. It's been a pain in the butt over the last couple days. But yeah. If you guys have any questions at all about the STI, please let me know. Let me know what you guys think of which direction I should go. I have a couple weeks to decide before I actually have to go up to my shop to get everything done. So let me know. I would love to hear what you guys think. But that's it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions at all, be sure to ask them below. But in the meantime, keep it clean, keep it simple, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.